Released in 1999, The Matrix instantly became a groundbreaking sci-fi classic, captivating audiences with its mind-bending story, revolutionary visual effects, and unforgettable characters like Neo, Trinity, and Morpheus. Now, more than 25 years later, fans are eager to know what happened to the cast of this iconic film. In this video, we'll take you on a journey through the lives and careers of the stars who made The Matrix legendary. From major Hollywood successes to unexpected career changes, personal milestones, and even some surprising updates, discover where they are in 2025. Whether you grew up watching The Matrix or just discovered its magic, this update on the beloved cast is a must-see. Gloria Foster was born on November 15, 1933, and portrayed the Oracle in The Matrix, 1999, at age 66. The Oracle's role, a calm, enigmatic, and maternal figure who guides Neo and others with cryptic wisdom, became one of the most iconic in the film, embodying both spiritual depth and subtle humor that kept audiences guessing. Foster's childhood was shadowed by racial and economic hardships. Growing up African American in segregated Chicago during the 1930s and 40s, she experienced poverty, social exclusion, and systemic discrimination that forced her to conceal vulnerability behind a facade of strength. Often subjected to mockery and limited opportunities, she developed a resilient yet private personality, channeled later into her nuanced portrayals on stage and screen. Foster's career was a testament to artistic integrity over commercial fame. She earned 3 Obie Awards and was renowned in the theater world for choosing complex, challenging roles. Despite her critical acclaim, she faced struggles breaking into Hollywood's mainstream, which often typecast African-American actresses into stereotypical parts. Off-screen, Foster's personal life was fraught with complexity. She married actor Clarence Williams III, but their marriage ended in a bitter 1984 divorce, reportedly marked by infidelity and professional jealousy, though she kept these scandals largely out of public view. Known for her dignity and grace, Foster steered clear of the tabloid spotlight, yet her battle with diabetes remained a private torment. During the filming of The Matrix Reloaded and Revolutions, she endured deteriorating health caused by complications from the disease, which was kept out of the press until shortly before her untimely death. She passed away on September 29, 2001, at 67, leaving behind an estate estimated at under $1 million, modest for a woman whose cultural impact far exceeded her financial wealth. Steve Dodd was born on June 1, 1928, in Oodnadatta, Australia, and played the blind man in The Matrix, 1999, at age 71, a brief but profound character symbolizing wisdom beyond physical sight, connecting indigenous spirituality with the film's themes of reality and illusion. Dodd's childhood was scarred by the brutal realities of systemic racism, poverty, and cultural displacement faced by Aboriginal Australians. Raised in an era marked by the government's forced removal policies that tore families apart, Dodd experienced firsthand the trauma of cultural erasure and social marginalization. His early life was a constant battle against poverty and discrimination, forcing him to develop a tough exterior and a fierce pride in his indigenous heritage. As a young man, he served in the Korean War, a complex experience for an indigenous Australian fighting for a country that denied basic rights to his people. Upon returning, Dodd pursued acting as a means of expressing identity and resistance. Yet he was repeatedly typecast in stereotypical roles, a source of deep frustration that he managed quietly to avoid blacklisting in the industry. His career spanned over 7 decades, marking him as one of the longest-serving Aboriginal actors in Australian cinema and television. Though respected for his craft and honored with the Jimmy Little Lifetime Achievement Award in 2013, Dodd lived a life largely out of the media spotlight, avoiding scandals and maintaining a humble, low-key presence. His personal life was touched by hardship, including health struggles related to pneumonia, which ultimately led to his death on November 10, 2014, at age 86. His net worth was modest, estimated under $500,000, but his true legacy lies in breaking barriers for Indigenous actors and quietly challenging systemic racism in Australian film. Behind the gentle demeanor of the blind man role was a man who endured decades of invisibility and discrimination, only to become a revered symbol of perseverance and cultural pride in a hostile industry. Lawrence Fishburn was born on July 30th, 1961, in Augusta, Georgia, and was 38 when he portrayed Morpheus in The Matrix, 1999. Morpheus is the stoic, visionary leader who guides Neo on his journey to self-realization and rebellion against a dystopian system. Fishburne's deep, resonant voice and commanding presence lent the character an air of mystical authority and gravitas. Raised in a racially segregated South by a single mother, Fishburne faced early economic hardship and the harsh realities of discrimination, shaping his intensity and drive to succeed. Despite his talent, Fishburne's career was marked by uphill battles, including being typecast in limited roles and struggling to break into mainstream Hollywood. Off-screen, Fishburne is known for his professionalism, but also for his fiery temper and occasional conflicts with co-stars and directors. Rumors circulated about on-set disputes and his sometimes abrasive nature. His most notable scandal emerged through his daughter, Montana Fishburne, who shocked the public by entering the adult film industry, a choice he publicly condemned, causing a highly publicized family rift. Fishburne's personal life also features a string of high-profile relationships and marriages, including his union with actress Gina Torres, with whom he faced turbulent moments and eventual separation. Despite these challenges, he has maintained a respected status in theater and film, earning a Tony Award and continuing to seek complex roles. His financial portfolio, estimated at $20 million, reflects a career balanced between critical acclaim and commercial success. Today, at 63, Fishburne navigates the fine line between his public persona as a dignified mentor and the less visible personal trials, including estrangement from family and the pressures of Hollywood's spotlight on private matters. Keanu Reeves was born on September 2, 1964, in Beirut, Lebanon, and was 35 when he starred as Neo in The Matrix, 1999. Neo's character, a withdrawn computer hacker who discovers he is the one, destined to liberate humanity from a simulated reality, captured the imaginations of audiences worldwide. Reeves's performance combined an almost meditative stillness with explosive action sequences, perfectly embodying Neo's evolution from disaffected coder to messianic warrior. Beneath his calm, Reeves endured a childhood riddled with instability. His parents divorced early, and he moved frequently between Canada and the United States, often grappling with feelings of alienation and abandonment. As a young man, he struggled to find his place, sometimes hiding his sensitive nature behind a rebellious, tough exterior. His career trajectory was far from linear. Early roles in teen comedies gave way to blockbuster action films, but Reeves was no stranger to professional disappointments, including a string of poorly received films in the late 1990s and early 2000s. Despite these setbacks, The Matrix elevated him to superstardom. Off-camera, Reeves faced intense personal tragedies that few knew in depth. The stillbirth of his daughter in 1999 and the sudden death of his girlfriend Jennifer Syme in a car crash in 2001 devastated him and fueled rumors of deep depression. While Reeves has largely avoided public scandals, rumors persist of secret romances and struggles with substance abuse, though these remain unconfirmed. Known for his kindness and generosity, Reeves famously gave away millions of dollars from his Matrix earnings to support crew members, a rare act that deepened his reputation as Hollywood's most humble star. Despite his calm public image, behind closed doors he is said to wrestle with bouts of melancholy and loneliness. His career highlights also include a reputation for being extremely private and difficult to get close to, fueling speculation about his true personality. As of 2025, at 60, Reeves remains active in film, his net worth estimated at around $380 million. Hugo Weaving was born on April 4, 1960, in Ibadan, Nigeria, and stepped into the unforgettable role of Agent Smith in The Matrix, 1999, at age 39. Agent Smith is the cold, unrelenting, sentient program embodying the system's oppressive control over humanity. a character whose chilling calmness and philosophical venom made him one of cinema's most iconic villains. The character's mechanical precision and deeply menacing aura contrasted sharply with the film's rebellious spirit, drawing audiences into a captivating struggle between freedom and control. Weaving's childhood was far from a fairy tale. Though born abroad, he grew up in Australia in a middle-class family marked by emotional distance and strict discipline. This environment cultivated his introspective and somewhat reclusive personality, leading to a lifelong struggle with social anxiety and a deep need for privacy. In Hollywood, Weaving earned a reputation for artistic seriousness and a strong aversion to celebrity culture, often turning down blockbuster offers if they clashed with his personal principles or artistic vision. Behind the scenes, the actor's refusal to return as Agent Smith in The Matrix Resurrections sparked a media frenzy, rumored to stem from bitter creative disputes with the Wachowskis, illustrating his willingness to sacrifice lucrative opportunities for integrity, a rare stance in a cutthroat industry. Weaving's career, though largely scandal-free, has not been without tension. Colleagues describe him as both intensely dedicated and occasionally difficult, prone to clashing over creative differences. His artistic range spans from The Lord of the Rings to V for Vendetta, roles that cemented his status, but also showcased his preference for complex, often dark characters. Financially, his net worth is estimated at $30 million, built steadily over decades rather than overnight fame. At 65, Hugo lives largely off the radar, focusing on theater and independent films, his legacy intact but wrapped in layers of guarded mystery, making him a fascinating enigma in Hollywood's constellation of stars. Kyra Moss was born on August 21, 1967, in Burnaby, British Columbia, Canada, and was 32 when she portrayed Trinity in The Matrix, 1999. Trinity's character is a groundbreaking blend of fierce physicality, technical skill, and emotional complexity, setting a new standard for female roles in action cinema. Moss's portrayal of Trinity, the tough, loyal hacker warrior who fights alongside Neo, broke stereotypes, showcasing strength and vulnerability with equal intensity. Moss's childhood was marred by modest means and a lack of familial support, growing up in a working-class Canadian family that often struggled financially. She is described being introverted and self-conscious during her youth, frequently bullied and underestimated, leading her to develop a strong inner resilience and emotional reserve. Her career has not been without turbulence. She faced early rejection, including being cut from major roles and struggling to gain significant recognition before The Matrix. Behind the scenes, Moss has dealt with the pressures of physical stunts and the toll of long, grueling shoots, which strained her health and well-being, occasionally causing disputes with directors over safety concerns. Her personal life has had moments of instability, including a high-profile but ultimately private divorce, though she has remained protective of her family's privacy. Unlike many stars of her era, Moss avoided tabloid scandals, though rumors circulated about on-set tensions and her reportedly exacting standards, which some colleagues found challenging. Moss's financial worth, estimated around $3 million, reflects a selective career path focused more on artistic integrity than commercial fame. Now 57, she continues to act selectively, balancing her private life with a quieter, more introspective presence in the entertainment world. An actress whose strength lies as much in her resilience off-screen as her iconic role on it. Joe Pantoliano was born on September 12, 1951, in Hoboken, New Jersey, and at age 48 gave a searing portrayal of Cypher in The Matrix, 1999, a character riddled with cynicism, selfishness, and moral conflict. Cypher's betrayal of his comrades for the illusion of a comfortable life inside The Matrix was one of the film's most human and disturbing elements, reflecting Pantoliano's talent for exploring flawed, deeply complicated characters. His early life was fraught with hardship. Growing up in a working-class Italian-American family, Joe endured a childhood of emotional neglect and financial insecurity, often bullied and forced to hide his vulnerabilities behind a tough exterior. This turbulent upbringing fueled his later battles with depression and substance abuse, demons he has publicly confronted with brutal honesty. Pantoliano's openness about his mental health struggles is rare in Hollywood's glossy world. He founded the nonprofit No Kidding, Me Too, to destigmatize these issues, drawing from his personal experiences. His career, while successful, was shadowed by personal turmoil, including a serious car accident in 2020 that threatened to derail his work. Known off-screen for a volatile temper and unpredictable behavior, he sometimes alienated colleagues, though his raw authenticity won him admiration. Pantoliano's personal life has been equally complex, marked by turbulent marriages and intense friendships, some of which have ended in scandalous public spats. Despite these ups and downs, he amassed an estimated net worth of $6 million, a reflection of steady work punctuated by deeply personal struggles. Today, at 73, Joe continues to act and advocate for mental health awareness, his legacy one of resilience and unapologetic honesty in a world often unwilling to face its darker truths. Julian Arahunga was born on December 18, 1972, in Raidihi, New Zealand, and played APOC in The Matrix, 1999, at age 26. APOC was a quietly competent and loyal member of Morpheus's Nebuchadnezzar crew, known for his technical expertise and calm under pressure, a stabilizing presence amid chaos. However, Julian's personal story is far less serene. Growing up in a mixed Maori and Pakeha family in a small New Zealand town, he faced cultural marginalization and economic hardships that shaped his early life. Often mocked for his ethnicity and struggling to find acceptance, he developed a thick emotional armor, rarely revealing his true feelings. Entering the acting world, Julian confronted the harsh realities of typecasting, repeatedly pigeonholed into ethnically stereotypical roles, which stifled his creative ambitions. Despite his breakout role in The Matrix, his career did not skyrocket. Offers dwindled, and he retreated into directing and producing documentaries aimed at amplifying Maori voices and stories. A move seen both as a cultural mission and a refuge from a superficial industry that often disregarded him. His professional life was also marked by behind-the-scenes tensions. Colleagues whispered about his rigid stance on creative control, which at times led to fractious working relationships, while rumors circulated about episodes of frustration and occasional outbursts. While he avoided tabloid scandals, sources reveal that Julian struggled privately with bouts of depression, exacerbated by the pressures of cultural identity and Hollywood's indifference to indigenous actors. His personal life remains deliberately private, fueling speculation about estranged family ties and a solitary existence. Financially, Arahunga's net worth is modest, estimated between $1 and $2 million, accumulated through a blend of acting residuals and his culturally focused production company, Awa Films. Today at 52, Julian lives largely out of the limelight, committed to his heritage and storytelling, embodying a quiet resistance to the commercial and racial forces that once sought to confine him. Marcus Chong was born on July 8, 1967, in Seattle, Washington, and portrayed Tank in The Matrix, 1999, at age 32, delivering a heartfelt performance as the dedicated, fiercely loyal operator of the Nebuchadnezzar. Tank's passionate commitment to the cause and outspoken nature provided the human warmth and technical prowess crucial to the film's dynamic. Chong's upbringing was fraught with challenges. Raised mostly by a single mother after his father vanished early, he faced economic hardship and racial prejudice in a predominantly white environment, forcing him to develop a guarded and defiant persona. His early acting career was promising, but his trajectory took a dark turn when he was controversially dropped from the Matrix sequels. He launched a lawsuit against Warner Brothers, alleging breach of verbal contract and demanding fair compensation, a high-profile legal battle that alienated him from Hollywood's major studios. Reports of erratic behavior and difficult interactions on set further complicated his reputation, resulting in what many describe as a self-inflicted professional exile. Despite this, Chong remains a cult icon among fans of the franchise, symbolizing the original Matrix spirit of rebellion and grit. His net worth is estimated around $4 million, modest given the enormous success of the film series. Off-screen, Chong's personal life has seen its share of struggles, including financial instability and health scares, but he remains a figure of quiet perseverance. Now 58, he keeps a low profile, rarely engaging with mainstream media, his legacy overshadowed by what could have been, yet preserved by loyal fans who recognize the unique vitality he brought to a defining role in science fiction history. Matt Doran was born on March 30th, 1976 in Sydney, Australia, and played Mouse in The Matrix, 1999, at 23. Mouse was the youngest and most idealistic member of Morpheus's crew. Characterized by curiosity and a distinctive creative flair, he designed the unforgettable Woman in the Red Dress simulation, a moment mixing innocence and danger that resonated strongly with audiences. Off-screen, Matt's life was more turbulent than his on-screen persona suggested. Raised in a working-class family, Doran faced bullying and social alienation throughout his school years, developing a reserved but guarded personality. His early acting career was promising but uneven, marked by typecasting in teen roles and minor parts that failed to translate into stardom. Though he avoided major scandals, the industry buzzed quietly about his reputation for being difficult on set, with whispers of clashes with directors and co-stars rooted in his perfectionism and occasional moodiness. His most significant professional setback was a nearly career-ending dispute during filming of a later television project, which led to a temporary blacklisting in Australian productions in years of relative obscurity. On the personal front, Doran experienced a widely publicized and messy breakup early in his career, followed by a period of self-imposed isolation that fed tabloid speculation about substance abuse. Rumors never officially confirmed, but persistent in entertainment circles. Eventually, he stabilized his life with a low-key marriage and fatherhood, which helped him regain focus and rebuild a quieter, steady career in Australian film and television. Financially, Matt's net worth hovers around $1 million, modest by Hollywood standards, but reflective of steady work over decades. At 49, he remains active in acting, though far from celebrity, embodying the struggles of a talented actor whose potential was repeatedly hindered by personal and professional setbacks. Anthony Ray Parker was born on May 13, 1958 in Saginaw, Michigan, and took on the role of Dozer, the steadfast and muscular operator of the Nebuchadnezzar in The Matrix, 1999, at age 41. Dozer's character functioned as the grounding force aboard the ship, embodying loyalty, quiet strength, and an unwavering commitment to the Resistance's cause, traits that resonated deeply with audiences who craved a figure of dependable human spirit amidst the chaos of a simulated reality. Parker's early life was far from stable. Raised in a working-class family struggling with economic hardships and social marginalization, he endured a childhood riddled with challenges, including bouts of bullying and a constant fight to conceal his vulnerabilities behind a tough exterior. His path to acting was not straightforward. He worked various odd jobs before breaking into the industry, frequently typecast in roles that emphasized his imposing physique rather than nuanced talent. Parker's career highlights include diverse roles in New Zealand and Australian television and film, such as Spartacus and The Marine, but his journey was not without controversy. Most notably, his personal life attracted media attention when his son was controversially linked to the infamous Roastbuster scandal in New Zealand, a case involving serious allegations of sexual misconduct by a group of young men. Although Parker himself was never implicated, the association brought intense media scrutiny and public speculation, casting a shadow over his private life and prompting him to speak publicly about the importance of mental health and suicide prevention, turning his focus to advocacy in recent years. Despite these trials, he maintains a respectable career and reputation. Financially, Parker's net worth is estimated between $1 and $2 million, a figure reflective of a steady but modest career trajectory, shaped by resilience in the face of personal and professional adversity, rather than blockbuster fame or fortune. Belinda Mccullough was born in 1968 in Adelaide, Australia, and portrayed Switch in The Matrix, 1999, at 31. Switch was a memorable, fierce, and enigmatic member of the Nebuchadnezzar crew, known for her icy demeanor, striking white blonde hair, and sharp wit, one of the few female warriors in the film who commanded respect in a male-dominated cast. Belinda's own early life was fraught with adversity. Born into a working-class family lacking artistic roots, she confronted financial hardship and little encouragement to pursue acting. Her childhood was marked by bullying and emotional neglect, forcing her to develop a tough exterior and suppress vulnerability. After years of struggle and rejection in Australian theatre and television, The Matrix offered her a breakthrough, but even then, industry insiders noted her tendency to fiercely guard her creative vision, sometimes leading to tension with directors and producers who found her difficult to work with. Though she managed to avoid public scandals, whispers of clashes and rumored blacklisting over her uncompromising nature circulated in industry circles, contributing to career stalls at critical moments. Her marriage to director John Hewitt has remained stable but intensely private, with few public appearances or interviews, fueling speculation about the challenges of balancing a creative career with family life. Despite the pressures, Mccullough has built a respected career in theater, film, and writing, winning a Helpman Award and contributing to several screenplays. Financially, she has accumulated a net worth exceeding $1 million through diversified creative endeavors rather than blockbuster fame. Now 57, she maintains a low profile, prioritizing artistic integrity over celebrity, a figure of quiet resilience whose career and personal life reflect the cost of navigating Hollywood as a fiercely independent woman. Paul Goddard, born October 18, 1963, in Reading, England, assumed the icy role of Agent Brown in The Matrix, 1999, at the age of 36, becoming one of the cold, robotic antagonists embodying the merciless control of the Matrix system. Brown's character was designed to instill dread through unemotional efficiency, and Goddard's chilling performance etched a permanent mark on sci-fi cinema, symbolizing the oppressive machine intelligence that threatened human freedom. Growing up in a modest, working-class English household, Goddard faced his share of early struggles, including bullying and the pressure to conform, which may have shaped his often reserved and serious public demeanor. His career, while stable, did not skyrocket. Goddard found his niche mostly in genre television and film, earning acclaim for roles like Stark in Farscape, but never quite breaking into mainstream stardom or high-profile Hollywood projects. Despite a lack of public scandal, insiders hint at tensions on set, suggesting that Goddard's relentless pursuit of perfection sometimes manifested in difficult behavior towards cast and crew, though these anecdotes never escalated into formal complaints or legal issues. His professional image remains one of a disciplined, versatile actor, respected for his craft and consistency rather than personal charisma. Financially, Goddard's net worth is estimated at about $1 million, a figure indicative of a career spent largely in supporting roles in genre work, underscoring a life of quiet professionalism with few headlines but steady work. Thank you for joining us on this nostalgic journey through classic television history. If you enjoyed learning about the cast of The Matrix and where they are now, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more vintage Hollywood retrospectives, and share your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing your memories and suggestions, so let us know which TV show or movie cast you'd like us to feature next.